Well, 2 days later, a 2012 Ford F250 PowerStroke is dead in the water again. So the shop owner said they drove it around, drove great, parked it here. Now it's a no crank, no comm once again. So this must be the initial problem, the intermittent problem, before they did any work on it, before they messed with the wires and the fuse got lost and whatever. So part 2 here, this is going to be interesting. Let's try to log in with the scanner, see if it can talk to the engine computer. First I'm going to see if it cranks. Nope, no crank. Okay, good, it's broken. That's the way we like it. Ford. Okay. Let's see if we have any warning messages on the dash. Got nothing on the dash. Automatically search. Okay, we got the oil pressure warning, temperature warning, little key warning, driver door ajar, hill descent control fault. As you can see, it's trying to load, but it's not communicating. So it's going to time out. We're going to end session. Let's go back into Ford, and we'll manually select we'll go by vehicle select Ford F series 6.7 liter turbo diesel 2012. Okay. It just keeps dinging, guys. I can't stop that. So we'll get in here, scan all the modules for code, see if it's just the PCM that's offline or not. No, not equipped. Alright, smart scan. Alright, so here's a full health report. ABS says missing communication with BCM. BCM says missing communication with engine control module. Instrument panel can't talk to the PCM. Trailer brake and the transfer case can't talk to the PCM. Okay, PCM is grayed out. So let's do the same checks we did yesterday. We know exactly which pins, which connector. Let's go right to the PCM. Check the powers and grounds again. Did that fuse disappear on its own again? I don't know. Alright, so the key's on. First thing I'm going to check is the fuse that we installed yesterday. Hot on that side. Hot on that side. We should be good. Let's go to the PCM. Alright, so redoing the powers and grounds to the PCM. First pin is the keep alive power, pin 62. That checks out, nice bright 4 amp test light. Now let's go to pin 42, that's the ignition power. That's the one that was missing last time. Let's check that. Alright, so pin 42, let me turn the key on. Key's on. Bright test light. Okay, so we have that power. Now, let's see if the PCM relay is being turned on. We can back probe one of these power wires right here on the jumper that we made yesterday. See if that turns on when we turn the key on. Oh, by the way, let's just double check the grounds while we're here. So from battery positive, if we find the ground, nice bright test light, and it's going to be the first 5 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that checks out. Keep alive power, ignition power, all the grounds Now let's check the PCM relay output. Alright, so now from we're on battery ground, and I have that bypass red wire probed. So this should light up when the PCM turns on the PCM relay. Let's turn the key on. Yes. We do have power to the engine computer. And this thing might start because I hear something going on. I'm sure it will. Okay, so the only thing we touched is that connector. How do you explain that? Let's do another full code scan. This is pretty nuts. Is it a pin fitment issue? But disconnecting that connector reset the PCM. Alright, so now obviously the PCM is back online. Clear all the DTCs. Very strange. I think we should check for pin fitment, especially the communication wires, because who knows, they might have been probing them with a fat probe. You never know. Yep, called it. So these two wires that have the butt connectors and those little extensions, those are the communication wires. And guess what? Exactly like I predicted here, we've seen this before. Pin tension is absolutely key. So that's good, that's good. Loose as hell, and that's good. So someone shoved fat probes in here. We're gonna have to take this connector apart. So that one and that one are the communication lines. I'm gonna try to fix it up, and this truck should be more reliable. Alright, so we got one pin corrected in terms of the spring. So to depin it, it's actually pretty easy. There's just little plastic tabs. Pull that out, push the pin through, and then you have to come in from the back side, bend the little piece out of the way, and slide the needle probe under the spring to force it back, and then do the drag check. There you go. So that pin is fixed. Let's put that one back in, take the next one out. Alright, we got the second communication wire pin tightened up. Nice drag. So let's put it back in the connector, reconnect everything, clear any codes out, and then let them drive it for a few days. I think we should be in good shape. Alright, here we go. Let's do a key on. Back out. Do a smart scan. Yep, we should be in good shape. Pretty crazy. So all these problems so far, the missing fuse and the spread pins, have been induced by someone who messed with the truck. Not Ford's fault. So hopefully that will take care of any intermittent issues, communication issues, starting issues, and that's it. So spread pins, we've seen this before several times. Just comes down to having the right tools if you're going to do those checks. Like with a piercing probe, you wouldn't have this problem. You might poke a little hole in the wire, but you wouldn't have terminals being spread like this. So, for each situation, you want to use the correct tools. So that's it for this one. Hopefully, not really a comeback, just a secondary issue that came up after the first issue was resolved. And that's it. So I'll give them a discount on travel, but just a standard extra hour of diagnostics, and away we go. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. By the way, let's make sure it starts. Nice.